morning. It's Vlogmas day 9. So you may be thinking it's a weekday and you are at home. Yes, if you watched yesterday's vlog, which a few of you did, and I appreciate the kind words. So if you watched yesterday's vlog, then you know what went down. And I didn't want to be too much of a cliche today. So while the thought of calling out completely was very intriguing, I just decided to work from home. So that's what's happening today. I'm going to reflect a little bit on yesterday. First off, I didn't expect to have as strong of a reaction as I did to it. I think there were a couple things, and then by all their powers combined, I was a hot mess. So so first off, obviously I was disappointed because when I first put my hat in the ring, I just knew I had it. Now, something about me, I'm not that girl. I'm not that cocky, I got this girl. So for me to feel that way about something, obviously I feel a little strongly about it. So it was like, at first I felt really strongly about it when I first heard of the opening. And then as time went on, I was like, okay, maybe not. And then, so basically I was going back and forth between, am I that bitch or am I not? So yeah, I was feeling good about it. And obviously I felt good enough about it to tell y'all, because it is embarrassing. What I'm doing right now is embarrassing when you say, oh, this is what's happening, this is what I'm trying to do, and then it's like, oh yeah, so remember that thing that I was trying to do? Yeah, that didn't work out. So it's embarrassing when you tell people stuff and then it doesn't work out, and then you have to tell them that it didn't work out. It's embarrassing. So it's a combination of disappointment, embarrassment, and just overall frustration, because I'm not that person who gets their hopes up. I'm not that person, as I just said, who gets overconfident. And so when you are those things, it's because you feel so strongly about it. And so when it doesn't work out, it's like a punch to the gut. So yeah, that was kind of my thing yesterday. And side note, I feel like I'm kind of a pessimist who cloaks it under I'm a realist. And this is something my therapist and I discuss all the time, because I'll always kind of err on the it's not going to work out side. And then he always says to me, just as much as you think it won't work out, there's also a 50% chance that it will. Like, it can go either way. And I'm like, yeah, but you're talking to me, so the chances of it not working out are like 80%. So this is why I'm in therapy. So yeah, it just sucks to have gotten my hopes up and then be like, no. And yeah, I didn't expect to have the reaction that I had yesterday to it. But I think it was mainly just because of how high up I had my hopes. And I should have known to just keep it level. I hope that makes sense. That's the mood. Kind of sad, but also kind of get your shit together and get your shit together.
I have in my career been told many times, it's not your time, it's not your turn. Now let me just tell you, I eat no for breakfast.
So it's borderline woe is me meets dust yourself off and try again. But it's a lot of dust. I'm tired of the dust. My whole life is dusty as fuck and I'm tired. I just had to come in from taking a walk. I was getting, I just kind of was hoping that based off yesterday, that today would go a little easier on me, and it's not in terms of work, just in terms of workload, not the environment. So I needed to get out and get some air. So if I'm breathing hard, y'all know I'm out of shape. I was listening to a podcast on my walk, and she was talking about, it's Amanda Seals' podcast, by the way. Someone asked her a question about the way they talk to themselves and being nicer to themselves, and she literally was talking about how it helps to see your fails as lessons, but it's hard to do when you're in it. Hold on, I almost feel like I need to play it back so I make sure that I quote what's being said accurately. So maybe in the event that y'all don't listen to this podcast, which you should, this might help you a bit. So let me go back, and I'm just going to repeat what's being said. So stand by. So the person is asking about being nicer to themselves and getting out of their toxic mindset, and they don't think they're doing that right. She says it starts with changing the way you talk to yourself. She said you should be able to acknowledge your wins with the same fervor you acknowledge your losses, and being able to identify your losses as not a fail, but as a lesson. And she's talking about how hard it is to do, especially when you're in it. And I'm like, yeah, girl. So hopefully I didn't sound too flat as I was reading that. I was trying to quote it. So as I was listening to that, I was thinking, well, what is the lesson I've learned here? One lesson I've learned, and maybe this can help y'all, get mentors. In whatever field it is you're in, get some mentors, people who can guide you, advise you, because that's kind of, my mentors are getting me through right now. Not because I'm like, I'm not like that anymore, but just the encouragement and the, okay, so this is how we're going to get you to that level. Maybe this is not the direction that you take to get it done, but we're still going to get you there, and this is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So people who can help get you back on track, if you will. So that's the lesson that I took from my current situation, which is get some mentors and take walks. Go clear your head, because that's how I felt like I was spiraling. That's a very dramatic phrase, but I just needed to get out. Yesterday, combined with the mess of today, I was like, you know what? I don't care that it's 50 some odd degrees outside. I need to get outside. So I just went and took a walk, and I recycled also. So 2 birds, 1 stone. But yeah, hopefully that'll help some of y'all. When you find the right mentors, it makes you feel, or at least it makes me feel, all like you'll be all right. So there's that. I don't really know what more I can say or do today. It's 2 o'clock. I still have 3 more hours left of work. I'm really praying. I'm trying to switch my attitude, because my attitude's a little funky. So I'm trying to switch it so as not to continue to attract more stress for the day. And I'm also doing my best to try to be mindful of my stress, because I don't want any, I'm not trying to spread my attitude toward y'all, especially if it's a funky attitude. You see what I'm saying? So I really hope that makes sense, because sometimes I'm not as eloquent as I would like to think I am. And of course it makes sense to me because it's me, and I just do my best to try to relay that in a way that is accurate. I don't know. Okay, so again, another short one, but I do plan, like, okay, so yesterday was yesterday, today is today, but as far as how I was feeling yesterday and partially some of how I'm feeling today, like today it stops. Today it stops. We're starting a whole new, like, I'm not dwelling in it anymore after today. That's what I'm committed to. It is what it is. At least I still have a job. So I'm trying to keep those things in mind and not feel like I suck. Okay, so that eloquent behavior I was just talking about is starting to fade. So I think I'm gonna, again, just wrap it up for today. It's not much going on. Tomorrow will be a throwback.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Oh, and before I go, I wanted to share this with you because I mentioned it to you yesterday before everything got crazy about how where do I look? About how I reached out to my Curology person and was like, hey, help me with all this. So basically what she's going to do, she's going to increase the dosage of one of the ingredients in my skincare concoction. So she's gonna do something about that, and then she also referred me to a link that they have on their website about mask, acne, and irritation FAQ. So I'm going to copy and paste that link in the bottom box so y'all can see what it is she was referring me to, and then she, like I said, she's gonna adjust my dosage and my concoction. And I guess I just got a shipment from them maybe a week or 2 or 3 ago, I don't remember, but I was like, yeah, so if you could do that for my next shipment, I'd appreciate that. So hopefully, I mean, my skin was doing so good and now it's doing so bad and I'm so annoyed. So again, hopefully that link will help you guys too if that's some stuff that you're currently dealing with. So now I'm gone for real. Thank y'all for watching.